anthem of Zambia.
Referee Rosalie from Madagascar, and your first assistant referee this afternoon, Nandi Pamenze of South Africa. Second assistant referee on the far side, also from Madagascar, Pauline Roswanirina from Madagascar. Pauline Roswanirina from Madagascar. Okay, as the match officials do the toss now to see who faces the sea and who faces the university. Okay, the fourth official here this afternoon, Matabo Maria Polokutwane from Lesotho. Official, match coming in now.
Eswatini looking to put together some passes of their own here as they look to get into the opposition after the first time, really, in this match with 6.5 minutes gone by. The control shown here by the Zambians as they look to play it out. And forward to Eunice Sakala, who is between the sticks. Iri as a teammate with the forward pass, so the attempt to move it into midfield is still and they are very much in control here as they look to play it out from the back. Turn down in the middle of the park then for the Zambians as they look to push forward in search of Banda here, who take this just yet. So over it. It's not looking as though Banda's interested in taking this just yet, so open the account for the day. It's a paper that stands over it. Zambia looking to open the account for the day. Here is my paper with the left foot. Good save. Chance still alive for the Zambians. Ball across. And the touch from Endespiri straight into the arms of Sunile Zamini. Real scare then for Eswatini and Zambia with a couple of good chances then, starting with the set piece, looking to curl it inside the post to the right of the keeper. Keeper's done well. Then it looked as though it was going wide from Endespiri, but still comfortable into the arms then of Zamini. Zambia again looking to push forward, running into trouble. Still down for just a bit then as the ball is going out of play, allowed to go out of play then by Soko, taking the throw in. Taking the time about things here, the likes of Siam Foko. Now it's moved into midfield. Throwing, taking down the 9 then. We'll see the young ladies from Eswatini with a chance to move a little further afield with yet another throw in. Again, the Zambian ladies very confident with the ball at their feet here. Not necessarily just hoot it upfield. They are looking to bail from the back. The ball played down the line here for Banda, looking to use the explosive pace to get beyond the defender. Does so impressively until the attempt at the delivery inside the box. All you wouldn't blame those that expect better from Banda. So, nice to note there are a few fans that are right behind the goal being defended by Eswatini. So, should Zambia score a good few goals to the goal they're attacking right now. It will be right in front of the supporters that have turned out for the most part. They are on that grandstand on the right of your picture. Now, ball played in here, good chase, and this should be a chance for the Zambians. It's, come up the inside of the post and stayed out then. Banda, shots, good block. Banda, good save. Danilo Lamini with a standing save then to smother that ball. Zambia again creating chances and coming so close to opening the scoring. Had a good start to this game, Zatamini. This is a lovely chance for the Zambians. Nice little run being made here by Piri. Bushi at the beating of the keeper, then off of the post. Understand well to keep it alive here. That shot blocked, and then Banda's shot. And she hit it well, got purchased onto that. Lamini was positioned well enough to be able to smother that. Chances now beginning to fall at a regular tilt for the Zambians. That's well intercepted. Not much in the way of options up ahead other than Nzidisa. So, the game pretty much going according to expectation for the most part for those of us that have kept abreast with this tournament. Now, the keepers have to come out a long way. Again, touched that well. Got good distance on the clearance. Always crucial in moments of that nature that the keeper firstly touches the race to the ball to be in their favor before she makes that decision to come out. Then next up will be the sort of ball she gets upfield here as the Zambians get joy on the left side again, fighting the early cross ball in. She's done enough again as Kunile Dlamini. Well, and it's period has popped up with a few opportunities here for the Zambian side, unable to convert the police status player. Couple of appearances she's had so far in this tournament. The player wearing the number 5 jersey for the Zambians. Before this match, had just only amassed 24 minutes in a couple of appearances. This is her first start in the tournament. Again, if you're just joining us, the Zambians making up to 8 changes. Endless period amongst those that will be enjoying the start here. They, of course, looking at a bigger picture. The Zambians is not just about this Hollywood Bets COSAFA Women's Championship. No, they've got a World Cup to get ready for. So this tournament coming at the perfect time for them to include into the preparations for the World Cup. Now, let's go ball out onto the far side again. Plays in the box, inviting the early cross. If you are someone who's joined us this morning and have been aware of the fact that we pointed out that Group B will be concluded with the match currently, or matches, I should say, currently on here, and at the Maldives Stadium between Lesotho and Namibia. Yes, we will conclude the group today, know who's come first, and also just to know for now, also have not a clear picture of who's come second in the group. Now, shot from range is not going to cause any problems whatsoever. For the team that comes second, they, of course, will have to wait until all the groups are concluded come the end of tomorrow in knowing which of the second place teams in Group A, B, or C will be qualifying for the semi-final spots along with the winners of each group. Now, Zambia pushing forward once again and invited into the shot from range. In the end, it lacked power, no venom. Natasha Nanyangwe with the shot to have room for improvement. Plays that club football for Green Buffaloes. Had just enjoyed only 27 minutes of this tournament before this match got underway, having been used as a substitute on just one occasion before today. And that this time won't go for goal. We've seen her come up with some stunners from range during the course of this tournament. Very much a dead ball specialist. So, yeah, the Zambians to well from the back once again here with Siam Fogo. Seems to go long here. Good movement of the ball from Banda. Whistle Ghania. And down in a considerable amount of pain by the look of it is Mangele Sikonze, who plays for Young Buffaloes back at home in Eswatini. Has enjoyed a healthy bit of game time in this match. This her third appearance of the tournament. I played 180 minutes of this tournament coming into this particular match. Not for the first time, if memory serves me right, in the matches that she's been involved in, have we seen her pick up a knock and leave the field? "20 minutes gone by here. It's the Zambians that have created the better chances. In fact, it's only the Zambians that have created chances here. We've seen very little of Eswatini going forward. So far, they've been frustrated by the Nina Dlamini between the sticks for Eswatini. We've seen very little of the likes of Mokhale in your picture, as well as Zinisa in the attacking areas. Space turn here in the middle of the park. Wondering whether there was an off the ball incident. And so one of the Eswatini ladies go to ground here towards this near side. Space to turn as they look for the forward pass. The Zambians and back out the field. There's Smangele Sikwanze. In this Pili. Now, Panda. Let's just in Namibia have out to the Madiba Stadium, gone and scored in their encounter. So it'll be interesting to see how things shape up in the battle for second place. Now, could be a chance. The shot then is well pronounced. Good save. Yet another stunning save from Sunil Dlamini. And it's fallen for Banda, whose shot is gone well over. Once again, Sunil Dlamini with a smashing save here to keep Eswatini, and a nice little flick on in from Panda. The 1-2 is a good one. Piri is the one looking to get on their score sheet, and well, they would have been overjoyed to see that one fly over from Panda. Piri certainly has been a threat to that Eswatini goal, and somehow she has found it going tough, extremely tough, against Munir Dlamini, who's won the duels between the two. Zambia to rotate and build from this near side once again here. Siamfogo. Panda, good running on the far side, but good work defensively. He nearly made an error that could have proven costly with the ball in search of Mapepa. Mentioned she has found the back of the net in this tournament. Plays club football for Lusaka Dynamos ladies. Now, with the goal having been scored in the game between Namibia and Lesotho, and well, Namibia having scored it, things change in the way the table looks. It's now Zambia, who of course are good for a point in this game with the scoreline still at 0-0, and followed up by Namibia on 6 points with Lesotho on 3. So Lesotho have it all to do in trying to turn it around. Whilst Eswatini, by the way, as things stand, are picking up their first points of the tournament. Zambia looking to change the way the game looks. By finding the back of the net, ball in, again defended well enough for the near post. Well, the Zambians have run into a bit of a stubborn Eswatini so far here inside the opening 25 of these two sides, looking most likely to score on the Zambians with I'm having yet another throw in on the far side. Again, another attempt to attack comes to nothing. No thanks to a ball that isn't the greatest coming in from Banda. And they're playing club football for Shanghai out in China. So they're in good spirits. Clearly a few behind the Zambians of the 4 men at the top of your picture. They're expecting more to turn out as the day does move along. Now, Banda's ball in field. Peely looking to keep it moving then and try and be unselfish. Goal kick it will be to Eswatini. Holding on for the time being on Eswatini. We've seen very little of them in the opposition half of the field. If you're wondering if Zambia have started with this, or have started this encounter with a goalkeeper, the answer is yes. Name is Yunus Sagala, plays for a Zambian side that's looking to open the scoring here. And somehow, with all the time in the world, Banda's gone wide of the mark. Not yet time, plenty of it. As Piri is one who's picked out superbly. And Barbara Banda, in all honesty, should have made it 1-0 then to the Zambians. Well, not only have they created chances, they've had great chances here to open their scoring. Yes, for the most part, Danilo Damini has stood between them and that opening goal, but on that occasion, the Zambians will have themselves to blame for not having found the back of the net. And a good half as in this period. Actually, just plays for police doves. And Eswatini do send those balls forward in the direction of their striker. They are hoping she can hold it up here. Panda gets beyond one and looks to set up one of the two towards that far post. Will have to settle for a quarter. But Eswatini seriously do need Zinisa to try and hold up one or two of those balls that do find her on that halfway line, just to give the teammates a chance of pushing up and playing off of her with her back to go. Outswinger goes deep. The header, again, well saved by Danilo Damini. Having a very good game is the lady between the sticks who plays for is Interladies out in Swaziland. Now the ball in then. A couple of defensive headers to clear their lines. Now, here's a chance to hold it up. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier from Zinisa. Now, again, I'm doing all of that good work by giving it away cheaply. Chance now to keep it moving forward with Fakute. Really need to improve in their passing to the Eswatini ladies as Zambia to play in, arriving onto that far side and very nearly an own goal then from the captain, Tula Damini. Arriving on the far side was Mapepa. Did all she could to try and force it and force the issue for Zambia. Zambia looking to get in behind defensive lines. Well, you can see the ball possession stats in Zambia that are comfortably in the driving seat. Bjork is joining us beyond the half hour mark here. Zambia have created a whole host of chances. You can see the goal attempts. Plenty of chances created for the Zambians, and for the most part, it's Benile Lamini had the better of them. When they haven't had Benile Lamini come up with the saves that's kept the scoreline at 0-0. Zambia again will have themselves to blame when you consider some of the chances they missed, especially the one that fell to Barbara Banda that went wide of the mark then with all the time in the world. She somehow put it a little too wide. Here they are again pushing forward, the Zambian ladies. Problem here for one of the Eswatini ladies struggling with a bit of a knock. Tibonile Zamini midfielder plays for Royal Leopards, involved in a third appearance in this tournament. Had enjoyed 136 minutes of play and hoping to add to the 33 minutes so far she's enjoyed in this match. The hope, of course, for Coach Mamba will be that she will be able to continue with the game and that it is just a slight knock. Now, Banda picks up the pieces. It's the option in field, and it's a well-timed pass by the look of it. The heavy touch, however, from Endis Perias showed way too much to Cornelia Zamini. And in the form, the ladies goalkeeper is at and has shown here today. She was not going to make the mistake Zambia may have been playing for. Well-timed pass, the touch extremely heavy. More frustration from the Zambian ladies. Zambia again to build from the back here, fight it forward by some distance. Eswatini looking to only apply pressure inside their own half. Now, mistake defensively. Piri has pace, but flag up against her. It come from an offside position. With the near side official in the top. Quimbira from Malawi very much on top of her game. Well, those four supporters chopping your picture. That's make it six. It started off as four, and more are now joining in. We are in good spirits and are very much behind this Zambian side as they hope to see them go on to really bury some of the chances they are creating here. They've created plenty in this first half. Still, the scoreline is at a 0-0. a rare glimpse. And Eunice Sakala between the six for the Zambians with the tough ancient that she would have been grateful for. Is for Quasi Queens out to Zambia. All over the top to that far side. Already numbers inside the box here for the Zambians. Caught lots of air here as Piri looks to battle in the air and loses out there. Kawanyani with a good height in the heart of that Eswatini defense. Not a full play, did no problems in getting it clear then for number 2 Ladamini, the captain. Set piece here for the Zambians. Well, keep in mind the draw will still be good enough for the Zambians to secure the spot to the semi-finals, but they certainly are looking for the win here. The ball is played across, and here's a chance. Good block to deny Banda by Sekonze. And the Eswatini defense certainly standing the ground and coming up with lovely work. Banda was the lady to the right. Ball in! Side netting. Well, for Zambia, continuing to create chances. Here's Banda with the pull across to Pay! Eventually they get the goal they've been so looking for. And a well-taken goal it is. Unselfish play from Banda in the creation of that goal. And Piri, who had tried time and time again, gets the beating of Cornelia Tamin. Deserving of the goal there in Piri. First time shots. Yep, beyond the outstretched arms of Cornelia Tamini. To Barbara Banda it is. With the well-placed pass then for her strike partner. And, well, they get it right. 5 minutes until the end of the first half. Perfect time to, after the struggles of the half, find the opening goal then. I'll give them the boost they need going into the halftime break. And, well, the regularity with which they've been creating chances means they may very well create maybe one more before the first half is done and dusted. Supporters out on that far side will be happy. The four there to support the Zambian side with the goal scored. Well, there they are, top of your picture. Hey, I love you this moment now. Are the Spolo supporters seen the side create time and time again, and they've eventually seen the side score here. And, well, I feel they should have been more in this first half. They'll certainly be hoping for more in the second. Well, credit to the Zambians here. They've kept their cool throughout this first half. They've kept pushing on impatiently, trusted in the process, even with the frustrating bits where they were missing or being. Well, for Eswatini, one has to feel for them. It's a halfway. They had done so much in a frustrating Zambian side here to concede as late as they did. Then Coach Smithy Mamba will now have to readjust. Possibly he's a half-time chat to the ladies here, and we may need to see them come out a bit more in an effort to make things happen going forward. But should that be the case, they may just open it up for Zambia to go on here to put them to the sword. So, looking back at that moment, both ladies stayed brave, and both were looking to play the ball. Denise being stretched off here, not looking in great shape at all. Then she's in a fair bit of pain. I do suspect emotional as well. Plays for Young Buffaloes. This third appearance of this tournament. And enjoyed 140 minutes and 2 appearances. Now pulled into that far post. Doesn't get a touch from neither one of the two sides, and that'll be the end of a first halfway. Well, I mean, is it a very good half for Eswatini, who for the most part frustrated the Zambians, and the lady in your picture, Barbara Banda, who got the assist for the scorer in your picture, who is Endless Berry, who had a good number of opportunities and had quite a battle going between herself and Danile Zamini, who was winning the bulk of those battles between the two ladies. Now, you haven't seen Swaziland leave the field. They march off from the midway point of the field from the halfway line. This they've done match after match. They'll do this not only now at halftime, they'll do it again at the end of 90 minutes. But they'll be coming out for the second, hoping to put up more of a fight here in their attempts to frustrate Zambia. Zambia, they take the lead into the halftime break, leading by a goal to nil.
Of infertility is because of infections, typically the chlamydia and the gonorrhea.
Your time is up. Thank you so much.
Okay. Since I've been mentioned, I can react to what comment in the just.
Yes.
I haven't finished my point.
Remember,
let me finish my point so that my brother can.
Does the Patriotic Front know the kind of damage they have done to our economy and to our country? I do not.
The alleged abduction of Pamela Chisupa, and this case has really kept us on our toes. And in as much as
nobody has been acquitted from this new dawn administration cases that have been started, there's nobody that has been acquitted. Okay.
CJ, foreplay. I'm not talking about jump and begin acting like a kangaroo. No, foreplay. Many of us as Africans, we lack this virtue. This is not there.
Yeah, the time twaje ku Malabo. What's about the first game twale tena wa Senegal. I think very Chitasan underrated because even the home up, you can see the way they are doing home up. Bare munagati bora na wawina kale nyoko.
Oh, I think it's actually good if you start creating competition in the team. If you don't create competition, then you will have a problem. Who to replace when one is injured?
I think the names people have been calling me, I accepted them and I welcomed them. But what I would prefer being called as a nickname, I would prefer being called Sambalung.
Ubuntu is a tradition that man, or indeed a human being, is born in. Naturally, we are born with Ubuntu. We live with it. We come into this world with that.
Ubuntu ninshila iyo abantu basendelamo ifyo umuntu afwiri okuba nefyo afwiri okuchita nefyo afwiri okwikaliramo Ubuntu.
Chitemiko, Ubuntu mutende.
Ubuntu nikukhala pamodzi. Ubuntu nikusamala. Ubuntu nikukondana.
The desire to contribute to positive changes within rural communities is my strong motivation to work hard for my society. For me, that is Ubuntu.
Ubuntu means humbleness. Ubuntu means humility. Ubuntu means love.
Ubuntu is I'm a person because of a person. I'm really a person. I'm who I am because of who we are.
What Ubuntu means to me is the ability to look at the need of others and be able to put yourself in their position, be able to do something about it.
We're going to be offering some of our viewers more content. And apart from more content, we are going to expect our viewers to be participating more. And then we want also our viewers to also like our channel.
Yes. And they should like it on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and also on YouTube. And not to forget that our content is reliable. It's not fake news. We do not have fake news on this channel.
So this curl it in and save and a follow up as well. So Piri having the touched in, it was picked up. Another chance coming up here for the Zambians, and once again it's Piri looking to get the better of Dlamini. Unfortunate to see it come off the foot of the post. Then the shot eventually coming in from Barbara Panda is smothered here by Dina Dlamini. Good run here. And a beautiful job to beating the offside trap from Ender Spirit. Must have been beginning to wonder about the luck at that point. Tell you what, for Nina Lamini, she was outstanding in that half. Fastest 1-2 between the ladies. Good combination between the strikers. Eventual shot coming in is saved with the follow-up blasted over. Lamini once again getting the hugs from her teammates on that occasion. They were appreciating her efforts. Two strikers combining so well then to open up that defense. Not the best of clearances then. And the ball played across was perfect for Piri this time from Banda. Only needed the one touch and put it beyond the outstretched arms of Slovenians. Well, for the Zambians, that would have been a huge monkey off the back with the chances that had been created, and they were unable to convert up to this point. So, job done. But plenty more still coming their way here as they look to have the perfect record in their group. Zambia looking for 9 points in 3 games here. As we look at the numbers, and well, it's all Zambia, with Eswatini yet to have a shot on target. That pretty much sums it up from their point of view. We know what they need to improve. That's going forward. Whilst they've been stubborn defensively, and while for Zambia, they'll wish they had scored more with 8 on target and just the 1 goal so far. The way of changes, well, they came into this game with 8 changes made, the Zambians, so we know they have a very strong bench, whilst Eswatini are yet to make a change in this match, and they'll be hoping to keep things, well, as solid defensively, but a bit more adventurous going forward with the changes they do make. Well, for Eswatini, it's tough going. So far in this tournament, struggling to find a point and struggling against the Zambians here in what's really looking like the last involvement in this tournament. Eswatini tasting the game here as they look to get the action started in the second half. They will attack the goal to the right of your picture, while the Zambians will attack the goal to the left. Eswatini looking to make a change here. Early Zanisa, we saw pick up the knock at the end of the first half, so she will be substituted here by Shangwa. Zambians themselves will be looking to make a change. It's no surprise to see Mapepa making way. She's been heavily involved so far in this tournament, and coming on to replace her is Evel Chitindu. So Chitindu just on here, hoping to help the Zambians push on and extend their lead here against this Eswatini side. They could be and will feel they should be leading by more than just the one goal with the opportunities they created in that first half. Also, Eswatini is still looking to create their first chance on goal and have their first attempt on a target. That's how tough going for them that first half was, where most of their work was done in a defense. Chilenga operating in the middle of the park, doing well to get out wide to Soko on this near side. Chitundu just on, getting her first few touches of this match. Chitundu, who has just come on, plays for Zesco Girls, had enjoyed 73 minutes of play in the previous start in this tournament. So keep in mind, there is another Group B encounter that is currently on out at the Madiba Stadium with Namibia after leading Lesotho by a goal 2-0, I should say, inside that first half. They also will be starting the second half at exactly the same time as Banda. Has a nice little skip in and looks for the 1-2. Pass played slightly behind her. She's done well to keep it alive and find the teammates. Oh, Zambia looking for a yard to pull the strike here. Eventually, the shot coming in then is from Chilenga, and is some way off the mark. Operating in the heart of midfield is Chilenga here. She plays for Paulini United Sports Academy. Chance here again for Zambia, just 2 over the halfway line. So tough one then with Makale just hitting in hope with the forward ball. Oh, more supporters now arriving out in that far grandstand. We are hoping the numbers will continue to increase as we go into the afternoon game. For the time being here, the Zambians looking to get to that byline, but they'll have to settle for the corner. Ball in Well, cross come shot really, and Cornelia Dlamini has been impressive, and arguably the most impressive of the Eswatini ladies. Played her part in keeping it at just 1-0 with a good number of saves in the first half. Great moments, and if you went with us, there was even a point when a teammate came up to her and gave her hugs after some stunning work between the sticks. They really did appreciate her efforts in that first half. Now, chance to send in the early cross here. Well, it's Frank Piri who was looking for something special then, but didn't get the timing right. Space, plenty of it to turn here and look for the forward pass. It's a good one. Lovely movement on the near side by Soko as well. All played in way too close to Dlamini. Well, they want more. More goals here for the chances they are creating. Again, mentioned in the first half, but for them, there is a much bigger picture at work here. The Zambians, same can be said for the South Africans, who have had to going tough in their couple of matches against Brazil, taking 6 in the next encounter. And they're just getting a reality of football at that level, where you're facing the very best in the ladies' games, the likes of Brazil. It will be equally as tough, one would imagine, for the African qualifiers for the World Cup against other nations in the likes of Brazil, USA, Germany. Some of the sides from Asia as well in the women's game are really, really impressive. And Zambia, of course, will be looking forward to their time rubbing shoulders with the very best the world has to offer, having faced the best the continent has to offer. And done a stunning job in that regard. Oh, look at set piece here. The Zambians haven't been shy of sending numbers into the box. 7 in and around the box here. All they need is quality, and that's the one thing they didn't get from that set piece. Not really giving any of the 7 in there a chance at all of getting onto the end of it. Chilenga. Enjoying the first minutes of this tournament is Chilenga operating in the heart of midfield. Hasn't featured at all so far in this tournament, so some much needed game time in trying to spread the love here and throughout this Zambian squad. You can see the thinking from Coach Bruce Mwape and his technical team. Eswatini will be able to gain up the ground after that far side thanks to the throw in here. What's important for them is to get their confidence up here in the attacking areas. Having 1 or 2 good moments so far. They've got so little around that box. Just the one lady out there in Shongwe who's coming off the bench, but very little in attack and support of Shongwe. She is very much isolated on that halfway line. Everybody dropping back into defensive lines, as is the case now. When they do win it back, it more often than not goes back to the Zambian ladies, who immediately push forward and try and make things happen in keeping the pressure on Eswatini. Now, coming into the challenge out on the far side is Shongwe, who's has come on and already will be feeling the effects of the physicality. Minus Shongwe, one of a good number of inter-ladies players that is out on that field. And within the Zambian or the Eswatini setup, I should say, I do beg your pardon. Now, Eswatini will be looking to make another change here. Eswatini setup, I should say, I do beg your pardon. Now, Eswatini will be looking to make another change here. And it's Kamante who will be coming on. And it's Kamante who will be coming on. And they did have a couple inside the box on that occasion. Nothing working out for them. Haley Paul played in, and they did have a couple inside. Now, Asanga, who's made way, of course, was operating in the replace right back position as the ball is played into the post, and it's a disappointing effort coming on in the place. That's what they take up that position as well. Haven't had many corners. Skonze working hard at getting back into a central defensive position. Now, Asanga, who's made way, of course, was operating in the right back position. So Kamante coming on in the place will take up that position. Now, challenge here is by Khalid, and a little no intention to play the ball and giving away the free kick once again. And a chance for the Zambians to work at their set pieces here. And will be making the changes now. Dare I say, are looking as though they will be getting stronger as they push forward here. So it's Lubanji who will come on to boost the attack, and Soko who will make way for Tembo. Tembo, one of the best left backs we've seen in this tournament during the course of the 2022 edition. Really did have a strong showing so far in this tournament, did Tembo. So, Nanyangwe is the lady that made way, Natasha Nanyangwe, for Lubanji. Zambia looking stronger as we go into the 1 hour mark. Time here. Space for the lady on the ball as the Zambians again look to keep it moving. Lubanji coming in for the first few touches of this match. In a stunning job of playing with the back to goal. Now here's a chance for Banda. Looking for their second, and this just did Namibia have scored in their match, so they're leading 2-0 against Lesotho. And it's interesting to note that Namibia and Lesotho battling for second place in the group here. Well, the Namibians really making a statement and a real effort as to whether they'll qualify. They'll have to wait and see what happens in Group A as well as in Group C. In the fact that only one of the best second-placed teams will qualify for a semi-final berth. The three group winners, of course, marching on through. Work done in midfield here by Chilenga. Now Zambia impressively holding on to the ball here, using the width of the field. Nice turn from Banda. All played in towards Lubanji, and here's a chance for Piri. Defenders may have done enough to take some power out of that shot, but still needed some saving from Cornelius Dlamini. Piri with the touch. Tembo, George is joining us, has come in as a substitute here in this second half. Changes coming in that include the likes of Lubanji that have just strengthened the Zambian side. If you're wondering, Barbara Piri started the game and she's still out there looking to extend in her goals and has had opportunities mostly the first half that she missed. Only goal we've seen so far has come from Piri. So, yeah, if you are just wondering, it is confirmed here. Namibia are leading Lesotho with a 2-0 scoreline. As they, of course, got that goal just before the hour mark in that encounter, with both the games kicking off at the same time. Namibia really looking good now for second place in the group. Well, there would have been many that would have turned on to watch the Zambian side and look for the impressive form we saw in the opening two games. I do implore you, think back to the fact that 8 changes were made from their stronger side, which we saw in the opening 2 games. And now they are beginning to take charge here. Here is Timbo. Good ball, good vision as well. As numbers get in the box, not only from an attacking point of view, but a defensive one as well, conceding the throw-in. Really are taking charge from midfield as Eswatini will be happy to just clear their lines here and be comfortable on the ball, comfortable fielding from the back here with the likes of Lushomo wearing the number 3 jersey. Lovely movement from Tembo out wide on the near side. So early ball in again is too close to the keeper. Danilo Dlamini seems to have picked up a knock. The Interladies player. again, enjoying a third showing of this tournament, had conceded 6 goals coming into this match. And Dlamini, at the one today, she's conceded 7 in total in this tournament. Yes, Tembo mentioned she's one of the best left backs we've seen here and enjoyed watching play in this year's tournament. Coming in as a second half substitute, she's been extremely busy out on that left side as Tembo plays for Green Buffaloes women. Well, no surprise then to see so many of the Eswatini ladies moving over to this near side to get some fresh instructions from Simempi Mamba. So already made the changes here in this half. We've seen the likes of Kamete as well as Shongwe coming on. Shongwe, I do believe, was a forced change with Zinita having picked up a knock at the end of the first half, where she had the clash with Eunice Sakala between the sticks for Zambia. So, while we conclude Group B, let's just have a look at how things stand here. So, it's Zambia looking for the 100% record and looking as though they are in the process of securing it with a goal difference of 10, which is rather impressive. But Namibia in second place, getting the better of Lesotho, meaning they are now on 6 points with 2 wins and just 1 loss. Everybody will have suffered a loss here, and mostly they'll all come from Zambia. And the one thing Lesotho, Eswatini, and Namibia have in common, played a very strong Zambian side that really has stood out head and shoulders above the rest in this particular group. Later on, we conclude the action in Group A. Keep in mind, strong game we do have lined up for you, one you won't want to miss. That I can promise you. With Mozambique looking for the big upset against South Africa. Whilst out at the Matiba Stadium, it will be Mauritius taking on Angola. But Mozambique and South Africa, there's a mouth-watering clash here, and one that certainly promises to bring us some action we should enjoy. And also remember, for some time going forward, both of those sides have by far been the best in Group A. So by the end of the day, we'll know who's first and second in Group B. We pretty much do have them lined up quite nicely as to how they will be concluded as things stand in Group B. Then there's the Group A action, where, of course, we'll know who comes first and second in that group. South Africa, yes, with a 100% record thus far, but Mozambique can give them an upset. They'll see Mozambique finish top of the group, so much to play for between those two nations. It's as good as a final. And the fact that they lost could see the losing side going out of the tournament. Good skill. Zambia pushing on here to Tembo. Eswatini only slowing down the Zambian progress here with the touch. Zambia again. Really once goes in the attack, hoping to find 1 or 2 more chances coming their way. There is Peter with the touch. It's gone out wide here for the Zambians. The other ladies work hard to get into the box. Eswatini with good numbers and covered defense. On the far side, making life difficult for the Zambians to find enough space to send in the cross. So, Chilenga will make way, having enjoyed her first start of the tournament. The Oleni United Sports Academy player makes way, and it's Katongo that comes on in her place. Katongo has been very involved for the Zambians in just about all things good in games gone by from the middle of the park. Busybody. There's Katongo also has enjoyed a goal in this year's tournament from the middle of the park. Keep an eye on the wing, the number 12 jersey. She will look to get about and keep things moving. Could run out to the far side. The eventual shot disappointing. That's a nice skill from Banda there to win it back and keep it moving for the Zambians. Wisely looking to keep rotating the ball here, holding on to possession. Shot from range will hit one or two bounces before Lenina Dlamini continues to have a good game. So there's a lady from Eswatini who is down here. What we have seen in games gone by, past the 70th minute, the physical demands at times and the physicality out in those games has been such that the ladies have struggled at times with the stretcher coming on more and more. Talk about fans that are having fun. They are loving the fact that Zambia is in the lead, yeah, just by the one goal. Yeah, they will need some water. Such as the energy levels, they are burning out on that far side. And kids from Gumela Primary, from right here in KwaZakele, out enjoying the football as well, adding to the numbers out in the stands. Of course, word would have gotten through that South Africa will be in action later on. And as a young kid, these are the best moments. Remember times when we were kids and just them allowing us to watch the Proteas or the national team on TV on special occasions was something that was special to us. Now, imagine for these youngsters, they're out at the stadium and enjoying the moments. Those of them that may not quite be aware of international football just yet, they are getting that lesson here today. Hoping that situation with the injury is not too serious. So, just about 15 minutes remaining in this match here. Zambia still comfortably in the driving seat. Would love one or two more here just to hit some breathing space between themselves and Eswatini. But even if it was to stay 1-0, it wouldn't mean the 100% record for them. Strong challenge on Siamfoko out on the far side. Dubanji. Banda. Ball that come off the referee is the reason why we had the bounce of the ball a moment ago. Last touch this time coming off of Sikonte. Very quick to try and lift teammate spirits here. Back up. Those are the little areas they'll need to improve on going into the World Cup. And outside of that nature, where you are watching the line, is one way there should be improvements upon that situation. As good as giving away a foul throw, something that shouldn't be done at that level. Lushomo. Hit it. Having dropped deep to get involved. Good speed. Now, cross comes shots. Won't cause problems then from Tembo. Ball, well, one high up the field, the follow-up shot, nicely blocked, I should say, at some expense on the edge of the area. It's Zambia still pushing on through Timbo, another well-timed block, this time it's from Sikonte. What's the effect of that? And the young lady struggling then, getting onto the stretcher. Should be back on the field in the next few moments. Banda. Setting it up here for the shot from range. It's high power. It went just over. It's nicely worked here from the Zambians, and it's Wilombe with the opportunity. Had a good game here as Wilombe plays for Red Arrows Girls out in Zambia. The third appearance. Just before today, she'd enjoyed 44 minutes in 2 appearances. So today's seen her have a proper run out on that field. But not just that, she's had a lovely game playing anchor this year's wanting it. A lot has gone through her here today. Zambia now going into the last 10 minutes. Have it here through Gatongo. Keeping it moving with Wilombe. Very good game from Wilombe. Lovely pass to find Timbo in the movement, and Timbo will look to improve in situations such as that going forward in the tournament. Wilombe again. Yellow card here for Dlamini. Now, going into the last 9 minutes, still that first half goal from the Zambians, separating these two sides. This is how the yellow card came about. Tibonile Dlamini picking up the yellow card, and wow, what a shot! Click, click, bang! As Zambia see their top goal scorer score yet another from the dead ball. Her 8th of the tournament, and something special from Barbara Bada. Well, she's missed chances in the first half, has hardly had a look in the second half in the away of chances of goal, and steps up here and gives us something extremely special. Keeper got a touch onto it, so there was no denying the lady in your picture. Continues to lead the goal-scoring Chasters Banda. Oh, playing a football out in Shanghai, China. Banda has really given the Zambians something special out in the attack here. Dlamini will replace Ndlovu. Will be in the middle of the park. No stretcher will be needed once again here. As Moore continue to struggle. Well, they will have enjoyed that last goal scored by the Zambian ladies, phoning some back home and letting them know of the football they're enjoying here today. Well, Eswatini have been able to frustrate Zambia for most of the first half, eventually conceding late in the first. It's pretty much been the same here in the second half, where they frustrated the opponents, conceded late in the second. Well, perfect records. Goal difference of 11 now for the Zambians. Namibia beating Lesotho in the other match that's currently on. Means this group has taken shape, its final shape. I do believe it is, unless something drastic happens out in the Lesotho-Namibia game. Not looking as though something drastic will happen out here, barring the Zambians extending their lead. Panda looking for the return. Still great. So, Minambi, who's had a very good game here, will make way to be replaced by Whittaker. Hit it. Tembo. Whittaker just on. That's a good ball to find Lubanji on the far side. I'm about to keep it moving after a good first touch as well. Very much in control here. The Zambians will be happy to just hold on to it. As I say that, the commentator's curse kicks in, and Eswatini now pushing forward, but isolated is Shongwe, having to go a long way back to find support, and in the end, it's disappointing from Eswatini. Kato. Skill. Could be a chance still here. It's beautifully worked. And the defensive efforts maybe denying Branda, but look, a chance at goal at the very least. Piri with the ball infield into Whittaker. We'll play forward by Katongo. Yep, definite foul win for that challenge. A bit of frustration coming through the Eswatini play. That's a good 1-2. Well read by Sikonze. Lubanji can't keep it moving. Two minutes will be added onto the 90 as the ball is kept moving here. And oh, that's a lovely pass. It's found the teammate, but good numbers back defending on that side for Eswatini. In field here from Banda Lubanji. We take in good numbers back in the defense for Eswatini. Slow down the Zambians just a bit. But it'll come once again from the side that sits the top Group B and will finish the top Group B. That's a lovely pass. Tembo. The challenge by Sikonze. Coming with one of those tiniest challenges late in this match here in aid of Eswatini and their cause. Yes, the shot. Ooh. Hit the power straight at Sunil Dlamini. Smothers the ball. And with that, that's the very last attack of the match here. With, well, Barbara Banda extending her lead atop the top goal scorers charts with 8 goals now, scoring from the spot once again as the free kick specialist here in this match. Endless period done the business in the first half in opening the scoring for the Zambians, but it's a game they very much were in control of, and keeping in mind it was the Lesotho-Namibia situation.
Ole, ole, papa, Chikonda tusende Shiboro boro Derumba Wade Shiboro boro Derumba Pangana movida opo papu pam paka twika te fetchiko twingi sho twingi nganetipo eba wina lero World Cup twagenda lero papa bullet fikali kopa shire imwe fikali vyatutwala kuvyalo vyatuletera nechikombe vyatulanga nechialo twagenda nechikombe Zambia fikali iwe chimbolo ole ole papa kwenzi
Tambera Bruno chapter at the end of my semi-finals. And then see the easy game. So stina washtanda rate testazo kutiza kosa games zankala easy. But I should manage to ngeni the
She says she's obviously her and the team very excited that they've qualified to the semi-finals, and going into this game they did not underrate Eswatini at all. And what is important for them at the moment is the fact that they managed to score 2 goals and they won the game.
It seemed like, especially in the first half, the defense of Eswatini was just so stubborn. They were even frustrating them at some point.
First half defense ya Eswatini yanze very stubborn, yanze mishitako na frustrate mwanzo kangi wa kuchita penetrate yanze bwanje.
Testa losing ama chances yambiri tenze na chance yambiri but testa kangiwa kulonga tenze fast titi tipeze go tenze tatanga sika game pan tenze fast tipeze go that's what tenze pezeka losing ama chances yambiri yongenisi.
Indeed, the team was frustrated by Eswatini in the first half, and the other problem is that they were really looking forward for an early goal. In the end, they made a lot of mistakes because they were anxious for a goal.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Mary Gulombe, she is the player of the match for Zambia. They are now firmly through to the semi-finals. I'm joined now by Coach Mamba. Coach, final game of the COSAFA Women's Championship for Timbalako. Coach, let's talk about the game left. I want to discuss first half first because Itimiak, yes, they were restricted to playing in half ground, but your goalkeeper, Udlamini, let's talk about those saves.
Ya udlale kakhulu goalkeeper wami and nalokuthi bekafocus nje angaphumi angalishiyi ibhala liposition kahle. That's why abe nema-save la mahle kakhulu.
Net defense yakho, coach, they were working overtime, but they were frustrating. I'm attacking players with Zambia, clearing the ball, reading the ball very well, making sure that Zambia does not score in the first half.
Ya besho njalo vele ukuthi angeke sibapresse kule half yabo, sibasukela kule half yethu sibapresse high, sisebenze until sibavalele ama-spaces onke kube bede labakhona khona kuthatha ama-shots njengema-cross. So basebentile kakhulu, bente njalo ngijabula kakhulu ngoba i-instruction bayithethe njengoba.
Coach, let's just get the experience yakho lana and just you being part of the tournament and your team, some of the lessons learned. How was your experience?
No, sifunze kakhulu nje. Cishe onke ama-games esiwadlalile kuningi lezi sikufunzile. Cabanga ukuthi nasibuyele ekhaya kuningi nathi lesi siyakulungisa kakhulu.
Ngiyabonga coach, nihambe kahle.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Coach Mamba, saying that they've learned so much from the tournament and they take a lot. Remember that also Denisa scored an only goal as well for Eswatini. I'm joined now by Coach Mamba. Coach, firmly through to the semi-finals.
Yeah, in fact, this is what we wanted. Like I earlier said, a win can either be 1-0 or 2-0, 10-0, but the bottom line is to qualify to the semi-final.
It took 39 minutes, but finally you managed to break down that Eswatini wall that was just standing so firm. The goalkeeper was just so outstanding for Eswatini. You could see that Barbara was just firing from all cylinders, but she was so outstanding. Let's talk about just how your team struggled to just penetrate that wall.
I don't think we struggled, but it's only that, okay, we were not accurate in finishing. It's just the wrong technique which they were actually applying. But otherwise, we could have scored a lot of goals, especially in the first half where we created a lot of sure chances. So some of them were just accidental. The goalkeeper could be maybe in the right position at the right time, but otherwise the game was okay. We created a lot of chances. We could have scored more than 7 goals.
Absolutely, coach. You had 40 goal attempts, and out of those, you only managed to score 2 goals. Barbara also missed out on so many chances from the first half, coach. Is this now something that you must be wary of going into the semi-finals, just being clinical up front?
Yeah, it's true, because we need to work on their finishing. Whether it's a small team or a big team, we need each time we create a scoring chance, we need to get goals. Anyway, we'll try and work on the finishing in the next 1 or 2 days.
Thank you so much, coach. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Coach Bruce Mwamba, lessons learned and finishing is what they will be working on going into the semifinals as they wait with anticipation who they will be taking on when they get into the semifinals. 2-0 is how things end. Barbara was really itching for that goal. She finally got it in the end. And this is how Group B then concludes. Namibia winning 2-0. The captain also comment on the score sheet, but not enough to win this group, as Zambia did run away with it. Namibia will now have to wait to see if they finish off as the best runner-up. But Lesotho and Eswatini bow out of the tournament once again. And this is what's next. The 3:30 kickoff. Group A encounter. It is a big one, as this one is also a decider. South Africa will be taking on Mozambique. They will be looking also to winning this group and making it to 3 out of 3. The fans have come out here. KwaZulu Township, they are looking also in anticipation to support the young Banyana side that will be here. So it's so great to see that Isaac Wilson Stadium has more fans that have come out in support of this tournament. But we will be back at 3:15 for the fold-up.
Globally, 85% of infertility is because of infections, typically the chlamydia and the gonorrhea.
Your time is up. Thank you so much.
Okay. Since I've been mentioned, I can react to what comment in the chat.
Yes.
I haven't finished my point.
Remember,
no, let me finish my point so that my brother can.
Does the Patriotic Front know the kind of damage they have done to our economy and to our country? I do not.
The alleged abduction of Pamela Chisupa, and this case has really kept us on our toes. And in as much as
nobody has been acquitted from this new dawn administration cases that have been started. There's nobody that has been acquitted. Okay.
CJ, foreplay. I'm not talking about jump and begin acting like a kangaroo. No, foreplay. Many of us as Africans, we lack this virtue. This is not there.
Yeah, the time twaje ku Malabo. Kwa sababu the first game twale tena wa Senegal. I think very sana underrated, because even the warm up, you can see the way they are doing warm up. Bare munakati bora na wawina kale nyoko.
It's actually good if you start creating competition in the team. If you don't create competition, then you will have a problem who to replace when one is injured.
I think the names people have been calling me, I accepted them and I welcomed them. But what I would prefer being called as a nickname, I would prefer being called Sambalung.